So I've had a couple people ask me how I make my exhaust. So I have this Lego set essentially that bolts into the header right there, and then it comes with, all 2-inch, 3, 4, 5, 6-inch straight bends, and it's basically like a giant set of Legos. You start snapping together till you get where you want to get, and then you just start breaking off the pieces. Once you have it where you want it, you start breaking off the pieces, go over to your bins, start cutting out your bins. I take sections and get as, big of pieces as I can or whatever. And then you go back and you start tacking it up. This one's tacked up. I'll go back later and TIG weld it. When it comes to tacking them up, I like to MIG it. TIGging is kind of a bitch to just tack something, holding something by yourself. So you just tack them all up, take your pieces, and then go back and TIG weld them up. You can MIG weld exhaust. I wouldn't recommend doing it, but it probably will last. I'm sure there's tons of people that are like, oh no, you gotta TIG weld it. You don't, but it'll last a lot longer. So this is how I do mine, and I come up, so you're not sitting there fucking around cutting 100 bends, trying to figure it out, grinding it. These little Legos help. They're expensive as fuck. They're like $400. This is from, in case any of you guys know it, Icy Engine Works. They got different sizes. I buy the 1 3/4 because that's the most common pipe I use, and I step it from 1 3/4 to this went to 7/8 and then out to 2 inches. Give it a little more power to step it, but 1 3/4 is cool. And you can use a 1 3/4 to make 2-inch exhaust. So this is how I do it. It's a simple way, lets you see what your exhaust is gonna look like before you're just hacking a bunch of shit up trying to figure it out. And then you just go get a bunch of bends and just start cutting them up, tack them up, weld them up. You got yourself a fucking badass exhaust.